morning everyone, back to do your bonus read. The system keeps playing up on me this morning, so let's hope we're doing third time lucky here. We're going to use the Golden Tarot for your bonus read this morning. I started talking about dreams and nightmares, and it's funny because each time I spoke the system clucked out on me, which I think is really funny. I always think I dream a lot with the moon cycles, so my dreams are very, very vivid and sometimes lucid during a full moon. And every now and again I have a bad nightmare which sort of will shock me a little bit. They're always really weird. They're not sort of your everyday stories. They're usually something really bizarre. And that's what I did last night. And it leaves me in the middle of the night in this sort of energy of not being able to go back to sleep. It's almost like your eyes just won't relax enough for you to go to sort of close them. They keep pinging back open again. And then sometimes the only escape is to turn the television on and sort of immerse yourself in some program or show. 3 of coins coming through here. But it sort of makes you wonder, you know, where dreams are relevant. I remember somebody saying on a YouTube clip not so long ago, you shouldn't cut your nightmares off because you need to be able to act them through or work through the energies to be able to discard them. And I wonder sometimes, especially when you have dreams that are really awesome, really beautiful dreams, and they get cut off too. And it sort of makes you wonder how incredible the mind is, that it can keep going over things or keep sort of working with things long after the energy of perhaps someone or something has gone. And you're still like dragged into dreams that sort of still work through them. And your mind must be so intent on making sure you heal that particular thing that it keeps going over it for a long time afterwards. And that sort of fascinates me, that response by the mind to work through past memories, because sometimes when things come up you may not have thought about them for ages, but then all of a sudden you have a dream and you're back in that energy again, and it's such a strange thing that your mind has to work through things almost independently of you. So it does it at night when you have no control over it. Very fascinating, really. All right. And then we have the Tower. Very interesting. I can't say that my dreams don't always eventuate. I can't always say that my dreams don't have some meanings. Sometimes they can be quite distressing, and I'm sure many of you are identifying with the whole thing of dreaming and working through that stuff. But obviously now I see the Tower, I feel like a lot of us must be coming to some sort of point here where things are being raised to the surface for us to address. I put a post up on YouTube this morning because I had some messages come through really early this morning around understanding, you know, who you are in the world, and understanding that you're not who everybody tells you are, that your value is with you from the day you're born. It doesn't go anywhere. We just stifle it and stick it under everything else that everybody's given us. And sometimes through, you know, our own experiences, through our loving and kindness, we can be a bit swept up in this idea we're not good enough, or that we don't really meet, you know, this idea of who we think we are. And I feel like that's what the dream was very much last night, was about me understanding that my world around me is just my world around me, and it doesn't affect me as a person. But it's hard sometimes not taking things on and digesting that and feeling it's part of you, even though it may not be. So there's a lot of room for self-doubt. And when the Tower comes along, I feel like the Tower is the card that says, you know, some of these old ideas, some of these old ways of being, some of these things you've taken on through your own social conditioning no longer suit you. They're no longer, well, they were never part of you to start with. They aren't part of who you are. They don't represent you. You can have millions of dollars in the bank and a whole lot of material things, and it does not change you as a person. It may make you a little pompous and a little arrogant, but at the end of the day, that isn't who you are. You may be putting on a bit of a front for people, you may be wearing a mask, but underneath that are all the vulnerabilities of being a human being and being true to who you are. So the Tower comes along to just sort of level that out and bring you up to where you need to be. You've got to build something on a strong foundation. And a lot of us have built faulty foundations around who we think we are. I feel like somehow or another Spirit is saying that this is coming in now. Look at this, the Strength card. And the Strength card for me is very much about the shadow self. It's about learning to work with your demons. Maybe, killing off your demons or getting rid of them, whatever it happens to be for you. But a lot of us have got really lost behind this idea of who we are, or this idea of who we're meant to be in the world. And we've forgotten that we were born absolutely, as I always say, perfectly imperfect. And it's sort of like the glitches in that fabric as we grow up, and the way people treat us and the way people speak to us starts to damage who we are in some way, shape or form. But actually you're still the person you started out as. You've just adopted a set of values that aren't your own. So I feel like many of you are working through this at the moment, but I do feel the universe has got something up her sleeve. I do feel that many of us are going to get that shifted in some way, shape or form. That, energy of not feeling real value for yourself. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of being patient and waiting. And something is coming forward here to help you to see things in a very different way. Something that, a long time ago you planted to come true at this particular time. So somewhere along your journey, you have put something in place that's about to come forward here and help you see something differently. You're manifesting something. Okay, this is now really interesting. This is not letting go of heartache, not letting go of pain, and feeling, they say when you're teaching people, about you are not your emotions. You are not this person you perceived through the things you've been told. So there's some sort of energy here of, it feels like a creation of past pain and past hurts being part of what you've built for yourself. So you've built things on past pain and past hurts, maybe not feeling good enough, maybe feeling that you don't really value who you are, but you're measuring yourself, you're seeing yourself through these glasses here. And there's an energy here of not letting go of that, of actually feeling that represents who you are. Now what I'm feeling here, it's like poetry. It's like writing poetry from your own pain, but it's almost like you've developed yourself around that pain. You've got something within you that is not serving you here, and it's like you're building your life within that energy. So it's like you are, I can't even explain it. It's like you are becoming a product of your pain. That's very interesting. All right, Five of Cups. So there's some sadness here. Wow, okay. This is really beautiful. So I know I'm going to hit a lot of people with this, because if I'm dreaming about it and then the Tower comes up, I'm like, this is so on track for people this morning. I'm going to hit home with so many of you here. Because what I want to say to you is, this is who you are. This is who you are. This is who you were when you were born. And what happens is, along the way, people tell us things. They hurt us. They leave us feeling like, this energy of sadness and lack and not feeling loved, not feeling cared for, feeling like when other people are giving us a hard time, that's our responsibility. We've taken all of this on, and the universe is definitely coming through here to say, somewhere in your life's plan, you have put into that plan to wake up to something you've been doing a certain way. And I feel like it's got something to do with your shadow here, something that's buried deep within you that's about to be revealed. It may be about to be revealed to the world, but I feel like you are like debuting here, that you're having a debut. Wow, that's really amazing. All right, so you're being seen for the first time, and maybe you're singing. Oh, and then we have the Fool. Oh my goodness gracious. The Fool card is a card that talks about taking a leap of faith. And for me this morning, this is about now jumping into your new skin, jumping into this version of you that you have forgotten about. Very beautiful energy here. And I had this vision of a dog when I was first shuffling the pack. And I was like, why are they showing me a dog? Because you have this incredible loyalty to everything in your life. You have invested, you have loved, you have given. And the universe is saying you've always stayed loyal to spirit. You've always stayed loyal. There's nothing else about it. But because you've been this loyal, giving, generous person as a dog is, loves unconditionally, and because you've always done that, you've forgotten here who you are. So you're about to take this beautiful leap of faith into yourself. You're about to show the world who you actually are. I'm loving this because I feel like somehow or another this is leading you on the next stage of your journey. Look at this. The star. You are the star. 10 of coins. It's leading you towards your abundance is what I was about to say. All right, so we have the Page of Wands here as well. So it's like you are holding yourself back from your abundance here. You're holding yourself back from your destiny. But I feel like you haven't been ready before now. If the universe had brought this opportunity into you now, if you had have created this opportunity sooner in your life, you would not have been ready. You had to be at this point for you to experience this. And I see in this abundance card, see the tree, like in the 7 of Pentacles. You're about to take from that tree what you planted in the 7 of Pentacles. Look. So it's time. Look how many there are now. So there were 7 here, there's now 10 here. You're about to reap the rewards here for something, without a doubt. So you're about to take what is yours. You're about to take back what is yours that you left behind or built under this faulty foundation. All right, let's keep going. Look, you're about to step into your truth here with the Ace of Swords. There is a great change coming through with this Death card. Changes. Hanged Man coming through. Seeing things from a completely different perspective. I feel like you've been laid bare, or you're about to be laid bare. You're about to go through some sort of rebirth here and actually been taken back to the true form of self. And I feel like somehow or another you've forgotten. You've forgotten. But I feel like with that Tower, this had to happen this way. You're about to be gifted with this sort of movement forward, which is going to help you take yourself back to where you needed to be. So you're going to be able to push aside all of this stuff that stood in your way of your abundance. For some of you, this will be great success with the Star card here. This is about really understanding your power here. But I feel like with this Death, Hanged Man, Ace of Swords energy, this may be quite an emotional realization for you. All right, so I have the King of Swords coming through with the Knight of Wands. Wow. And the 10 of Cups heading up the whole reading. And again with this baby, again with this feeling that you're going to be taken back, you're going to be stripped or laid bare to something here. It's going to take you right back to where, give you the opportunity to start it all again, to rebuild how you should have done without everybody's opinions, all the heartbreak and pain you've been through. Everything you've been through in your life is about to move to one side, and you're going to get an opportunity to see things here from a completely different perspective. And this will mean that you'll go through some huge transformation. Look at all the major arcanas. Some sort of huge transformation coming through. There's all this energy here of being able to cut away all of the things that haven't served you. Oh, excuse me. Past heartbreak, past pain. I feel like my throat chakra must be doing something because I keep coughing. There's definitely rebirth here. I want to find out what's doing this. There's obviously some sort of catalyst here, and I want to find out what your catalyst is. All right, so I have you breaking down the tower to rebuild. There is something in your shadow side that was meant to come to light at this time. I feel like it's got to do with carrying past pain into the future and being able to let go of this past pain, because you're coming into this energy of the Empress here. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on. So I'm going to give you the energy of what is happening here for you to come into this energy. I feel like somebody is going to either have some sort of conversation with you, or some sort of energy of a message coming through, perhaps, because of this Page of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands is here too. So there's like this passionate energy coming in to shift you. Let me just have a look what it is. All right, so we have the Three of Cups coming through. There's that Seven of Coins again. And the Emperor. Okay, so you in fact got the Emperor and the Empress in this reading. So you may be, if you're on a twin flame journey, it's possible you could be getting some sort of communication from your significant other. Six of Swords. That may be why you're awakening here. Maybe that was what you put in your plan for the lifetime, to be awakened by somebody significant in your life. Now, it may not be, if it's not a twin flame, it could be a significant person to you, someone who's very very powerful. Could be a teacher, could be a person who has sort of very strong spiritual energy here. I feel like this person's going to be able to show you something that you've not seen before, that's going to help you take this leap of faith. All right, one more, because you're moving away. Look at this. You're moving away from this energy that you've been living through. You're removing the glasses. You're removing the blindfold here to see some sort of illusion that you've kept yourself trapped in. And you're moving away from this illusion to move into this Queen of Wands energy. So somehow or another, you're being given an opportunity to let go of all your past learnings that haven't served you. All right, we're going to read from the Elemental Oracle here by Stacey DeMarco. All right, and that one wants to come out. Change in the Wind. Ooh, I got that a lot last week too. Card 24. Change, number 6. Change coming. Change. Resisting change is useless. Be prepared for a change in direction. You have been warned of change, so believe it. Wind is responsible for the majority of movement of gases on the Earth's surface. It is measured by direction, speed, velocity, energy, and moisture content. Winds are caused by changes in atmospheric pressure. When air moves from a higher pressure to a lower, or vice versa, it creates movement in the air. Winds are influenced by geography such as mountains and seas. Ancient people took a great deal of notice of wind direction, as it could herald a change in season, a message from the gods or guardians, a particular kind of weather event, or the beginning of trade winds. This is really interesting. So something here, winds have been signifiers of change for a millennia. Depending on where you stand, you can face them, use them, or resist them. I don't think you're going to be able to resist this change. I feel like it's coming in like a tower moment. And I feel like somebody here is maybe helping you to remember who you are. I feel like you're picking up some sort of energy of your truth, of your true self, especially with this Ace of Swords. I feel like somebody else is wielding the sword though, not you. So somebody could be coming in to do this for you. And as I said, for many of you, this is someone who represents somebody quite powerful in your life here. I feel like you're moving away from this energy here. I think you're being pushed to move away from this energy, this old energy that doesn't serve you. And I feel like this is like this stepping into this Queen of Wands energy. It's something here you have written for yourself at this time. Some sort of rebirth coming through that's going to help you see things differently. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.